What's up, guys? Today's video is going to be about my weekly rotation for this past week. A lot of Creed fragrances in this week. I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't realize until I started picking them out. But there have been a few requests. So first was a employee of mine that wanted me to wear Viking just because he's never smelled it before. And here in Buffalo, it's kind of hard to smell fragrances, especially like niche fragrances. And I kept on telling him, so he's like a Ventus guy, right? So more like he's been wearing clones of Ventus, or he got a clone of Ventus. He's been saying this smells like super accurate to Ventus. And I've been telling him it does not. But I told him, like he keeps on asking me what my favorite Creed is. So I told him one of them is Viking. Like Viking is right up there with the Ventus. So he was like, you should wear it on Sunday, since he worked on Sunday. And I wore it, and it blew him away. So, no lies told. I guess the research that he's done on it, I'm not too sure what the research looks like on it, but apparently it's very polarizing. I don't really find this fragrance polarizing at all. If anything, this is one of the masterpieces that's not talked about enough from Creed. Yeah, I love Viking. As you guys know, it could even be like my number one, my favorite Creed out of all of them. This is easily up there with the Ventus, but yeah, Viking. It's one of those that's, it's a really good fragrance, and it's kind of hard to follow up. I don't know if Creed can make anything else that's not a Ventus that could beat Viking, unless they make like a absolute Viking or something. That'd be really nice. That'd be great. That was Sunday. Monday, he was wearing, so basically it's just a cologne thing. So again, this employee has it's a Club de Nuit milestone that he has, and he's never smelled the actual Millennium Imperial. I was able to pick off out of him that it was milestone that he was wearing. So he asked me the day after, or that day when I wore Viking, he was like, can you wear Millennium Imperial so I could smell it to see what the difference is, since he thought this clone was 100%, you don't need the real one. I'm assuming it was milestone from Club de Nuit, just because he kept on saying that he has Creed milestone. So I'm not sure if he misspoke or he was just trying to say he has a Creed fragrance. Creed milestone is not a thing. Club de Nuit milestone is a clone of Creed Millennium Imperial. So I wore this just to show him what the difference is, since he fessed up and told me he had a clone. And yeah, that's why I wore Millennium Imperial. Enjoyed the wearing. I'm actually enjoying it more now that I repurchased it than when I sold it. There was something musty about it. Not sure why. That it was giving me for my old bottle. I'm not sure if, reformulations or whatever, but this is an F batch, F003197. If you're interested in the batch. Not too sure exactly what my old batch was, but I prefer this one. So not sure if there was a batch change there. Then on Tuesday, a fragrance that really impressed me when I did pull it out was Bulgari's Cobra. So on Tuesday, I actually got in Paragon and I sprayed it on the back of my hand just because I got it while I was going to work. So I had to spray it on the back of my hand while I was wearing this fragrance. So the entire time I was at work, what I thought was Paragon, just because of how different it was from the opening. It was actually this fragrance the entire time. And I ended up washing my hands off of Paragon, so I ended up getting rid of the Paragon. And I was like, this fragrance is amazing. It definitely changes a lot. So it gets me interested in the rest of the line. Sure, Tigar is good. I also have a sample of Tigar somewhere, but I believe it's Guion. I forgot which clone I had, which was the Ciel. I think it was, Vi Breeze or something. That was the blue bottle of Vi from Fragrance World. I think that was my favorite one at the time. So I don't remember which one it was. I got to find which. I think it was like Vi Breeze or something. And I think it was a clone of Guion. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I got to look back into my videos. But I really enjoyed that one. Might have to, if they have another 30 ml of these, or like Warm or something, I got to pick up more of these. I got to try out more of the line, especially finding these for like $60. For me, I think it's a steal. Really nice fragrance. The way it dries down, it's like musky. I don't remember what the notes are. I think it was like geranium, oud, and something else. But there's definitely way more in this. It feels like there's some kind of like aldehydes in it, especially with how it smells in the opening. But I'm not too sure. Really great fragrance. Yeah. Bulgari's Cobra. That's what I wore on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, this employee, again, on Monday, he requested that I wear the real Aventus just so he could actually smell what Aventus smells like instead of, because I kept on telling him that his, so it was like what, Sunday and Monday, he kept on telling me like, oh, smell this. This is Aventus. I guess it smells like Aventus. This is 85% close to Aventus. And I'm like, dude, no, it's not. It doesn't even smell like Aventus. So he was like, wear it on Wednesday. I'm working on Wednesday. Wear Aventus on Wednesday. I'm like, bet. I'll wear it on Wednesday just to show you it doesn't smell like Aventus. So pulled out the Aventus. And Aventus was going out strong. 13, 14 hours easily. Just did laundry. The shirt I was wearing on Wednesday, Aventus is still on that shirt. So whoever's saying that Aventus is not strong, check your nose. But this one, at least F batch, I think this is an F batch. Yep, F000293, beast mode. And I've pretty much experienced this with all of the Aventus fragrances I've had. And I've had 4 Aventuses. So, yeah. The saying, I'm just the messenger. This is my experience. I've never had any issues with Aventus. So, yeah, and he agreed. His fragrance smells nothing like Aventus. Broke his heart, but I gave him a clone option that's better than what his clone option was, and that was Supremacy Silver. I'm like, hey, this one's the one I know about that I could say this one smells closer to Aventus than whatever you got on. I'm not even too sure what he has for the Aventus clone. It was a clone I've never seen before. But yeah, Wednesday is what I wore as my scent of the day. Then on Thursday, Thursday, I wore Paragon. So it's not that this fragrance is bad. It's just too sweet for my liking. And I think that's just from my experience with Initios. I've had a few of them. It smells good. But I wouldn't wear it for me. Like if I would have smelled this on somebody, I would say they smell good. But I don't have to have this. So I got rid of it. So I'm shipping this one out on Monday. Traded it for another fragrance. But yeah, I mean, I just don't care about this fragrance enough to keep it in my collection. I know I probably would never wear it. And it's an exciting trade when I'm trading. I probably won't say until I get the fragrance. So I'll leave it at that. So this fragrance only got one wearing and it's going out. I actually got it in a trade. I forgot what I traded for it. I don't remember what I traded for this fragrance, but I wasn't really too happy about the trade. I knew I didn't want this fragrance. I just did it to test it out for the video, and maybe I'd love it just because I've never tried Paragon, never tried a clone of it. Every time I've seen it in a store, it was always empty. So I was like, you know what, why not? Give it a chance. It's not bad smelling it off the cap. You know what, I'll give it a little spray. I'm wearing something else right now. Actually, I washed that off already. Like, I don't mind. I'm pretty sure the person that I'm trading with won't mind that I did one spray. If he did, crazy. I'll give him the 50 cents or whatever. But it's like my concern is it going to be too sweet? And that's exactly what it is. It's not crazy sweet. I'm not going to say it's like a super sweet fragrance, but it's sweeter than I normally like my fragrances. Yeah, I didn't really get any reaction. My fiance didn't like it, if that matters. So I would wear it less because of that. But again, it smells good. I don't see the hype behind it. Jeez, I'm back. I'm my bad. I don't see the hype behind it. I know it's a good fragrance. I see it being, it's a good fragrance. It kind of smells like similar. This is gonna sound weird, but similar to like the Gain laundry detergent. I would say it's like in that realm. If you really love that smell, that's kind of what it smells like. Similar. Not saying it smells the exact same. I'm just saying it's in that field of like that sweetness that it has. But yeah, not really the biggest fan of it. Not really the biggest fan of Initio, honestly. Especially for the price that they're asking for, I don't think it's worth it. It doesn't smell like, the quality doesn't smell like it's there, to me at least. I feel like if this was maybe like an $125 fragrance, maybe 150, it would be a really good purchase. But they're really hard to find. They're normally out of stock. They're normally going for like around $200. I don't really need this fragrance. But yeah, anyways, whatever. And then on Friday, pulled out Loewe 7 Elixir. So this is, so like I said in the video that I made before about it, it smells like Afnan's Supremacy. No, not Afnan's Supremacy. Afnan's Royal Highness 3, the green bottle. My wife is calling, fiance is calling me. So that's what it smells like. And it's funny because I was thinking about purchasing that bottle again just because of how much I liked it. And I was like, you know what, I'll buy it when I get back from Florida. Went down to Florida, went to go smell a few things just because I had time to go smell a few things. And the only fragrance I picked up and sprayed on skin was this one. And it instantly reminded me of that fragrance. And I'm like, bingo. Here's the fragrance that I gotta find and I gotta buy. And I actually found it at TJ Maxx's website. Out of all the discounters, I couldn't find it anywhere. I found it somewhere else for like $200 something, and I was able to find it for just over $100 on TJ Maxx's website, and I went ahead and pulled the trigger. But yeah, definitely enjoyed the wearing. It is a really strong scent as well. Cedar heavy. I think cedar has one of those notes in there, but it is very cedar heavy. If you gotta definitely like cedar wood if you're gonna wear this fragrance. This is gonna be a really good fragrance for the fall, the upcoming fall. And it's fresh enough to wear during the summer too, so it's not like this is an all year round kind of fragrance signature scent, but definitely works in the winter as well. And then lastly, my scent of the day today was Creed's Delphinus. So Delphinus, a year ago when it came out, I was not the biggest fan. Now I'm a fan. So I changed my mind. If you see my video from about a year ago, I changed my mind, guys. I changed my mind. I enjoy this fragrance. I was taken aback by how different it is compared to the rest of Creed fragrances. Cherry cough syrup, I think is what I said. When I wear this fragrance, or when I wear this fragrance today, I could still see what I'm saying, but it's not too crazy for me. People also say that this is pretty much like a Guerlain fragrance, but like done by Creed. I could also see what they're saying there. The cherry is more like medicinal cherry than Guerlain uses. Guerlain uses like a powdery sweet cherry. But yeah, this is really good. The only thing is this one's more expensive than Centaurus. So you're going to pay a little bit more if you're looking for Delphinus over Centaurus. Centaurus is going to remind you of that like red tobacco type DNA. Delphinus is more like a cherry. Not sure if there's like vanilla or like tonka bean or something in there, but that's what Delphinus is going to be more like. And then you got Oud Zarion, that's also completely different. A little bit cinnamon. Let me go ahead and smell it again, just because. Yeah, cinnamon. I'm not sure if it was tobacco. It's like cinnamon tobacco fragrance. Really nice fragrance as well. I'll probably be picking up a bottle when the price comes down. But yeah, those are the 7 fragrances I wore this past week. Let me know what you guys wore in the description down below or the comments down below. Please leave a like and subscribe. I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good one, guys.